Hey there, it's Dr. Jim. Thanks for spending some time with me. I have an important topic, and it seems to be one that is trending around the United States, but maybe around the world as well. And I certainly see a lot of information online about this particular topic, so I thought I would write about it and share it with you. It's signs that an employee is struggling with mental health issues and how to help. And I just saw a statistic like 43% of employees, almost in any industry, are currently experiencing a mild to moderate and sometimes even severe mental health problem or crisis. And that seems really high to me. I don't know how you feel about that, but a lot of people do go to work and they put in their day, they put in their night, they complete their work, and they do so suffering completely in silence. And the two main psychiatric conditions today that are the most prominent are, number one, anxiety, without a doubt. But anxiety without depression is uncommon. So a very close second is depression. It's very well known that depression and anxiety co-occur. They happen at the same time, and one influences the other one as well. So some individuals out there may be on medications, prescribed psychotropic drugs. Others may engage in self-medicating. They may misuse or overuse substances like pills, alcohol, cannabis, or other things, to silence or tamper down their symptoms. So it's important for us to know if your coworker, if your colleague, if employees that you manage or lead are actually dealing with mental health problems. So here are some signs. What should you be looking for? And let me first say, it's very possible to hide signs and symptoms of anything for a while. But eventually, over time, signs and symptoms will become more overt. And here are some of the most common signs to look for. The individual appears fatigued and unusually stressed. They're not their happy-go-lucky selves. They become over-emotional, and they show a lot of frustration and maybe in excess for small things that happen. They have an inability to receive negative feedback, whereas in the past they didn't have a problem with it, and now they do. That can be a new behavior to watch for. They avoid social gatherings, meetings, and other social activities. They show aggressiveness, threatening behaviors. They may show up late to work chronically. They may appear to be indecisive, have an inability to multitask, or even show signs of trouble concentrating. And of course, they may show signs of substance use, misuse, or abuse, whatever you want to call it. So what should you do? Okay, I've really dug into this. I do have some experience in this area. I started my career as a psychotherapist, and then I developed a geropsychiatric clinic and got a team of psychiatrists, geropsychiatrists, and a bunch of therapists working under the supervision of psychiatrists. And we did a lot of counseling and a lot of therapy and a lot of talking, of course, to seniors, residents in nursing homes. But we did run into a lot of healthcare professionals who were dealing with some pretty major mental, emotional health problems. So number one, what you have to do is you have to prepare to have the conversation. You just can't go in without some type of preparation. So you prepare yourself, you learn a little bit about what you think you are seeing. It's good to brush up on what is depression, what are the signs of depression, what is anxiety, and what are the signs of anxiety, what are the signs of substance misuse, for instance. So who is going to be the best person among your team to actually have a conversation with the employee who is dealing with mental health issues? Maybe it's you. It could be another person in leadership, a manager or a supervisor, maybe HR, director of HR. So somebody who is going to have that conversation should find the right time, the right moment, and a quiet, private place to hold this conversation with the employee. So you're going to do some talking, you're going to do a lot of listening, and then you're going to engage in some responding. So now the conversation begins. You don't necessarily need to be a healthcare expert. Simply being there and showing support can make a difference. I think you and I know that. Do some talking and then carefully listen. And there's a type of listening called active listening, where you're hearing the words come out of the person's mouth, but you're also sensing the emotionality behind it, the emotions. Depression, sadness, anger, fear, paranoia, frustration, whatever it might be. Listen carefully. Maintain good but supportive eye contact. Stay calm and stay relaxed because the individual will mirror you and your energy will affect their energy for sure. So have this conversation, do a lot of listening, respect their privacy. And in terms of responding, you can offer some suggestions. You can ask, would you like to hear my advice before you offer advice? And then another very important part of this is following up. So you have this conversation with the staff member who you think is going through some troubling times. You have a conversation, a week or two now goes by, and it's time to follow up and to ask very simple questions like, how have you been since the last time we talked? Are you still in a bad place? Do you need additional help? Can I help you find some resources in the community? Maybe your employer has a program that offers free counseling or whatever the case is. Or if they have made visual progress, then that's the time to say, that's fantastic. Congratulations. You were dealing with some pretty tough things, and now it seems like you're back on track to be a healthy person. All right, I'm Dr. Jim. That's just one of the areas that I've been thinking about, but please stay in touch. Visit collinslearning.com, ceu.academy, or visit me at my blog, drjimcollins.com. Well, I certainly hope you enjoyed the video, and thank you very much for your time. If you'd like more information about a great online learning management system with the most wonderful support, best in class support and partnering, please look for the link to the website in the description. You'll love what you see.